Hey, Spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome to Humankind. It's been a hot minute since we played the game, and in that time, it's been about a month since the game has come out, and there's been a massive amount of patch notes to the game. If you want to check out my patch notes review, you can just go like, bam, over somewhere here, there'll be like a little bing, and a thing will appear, and maybe like a link in the description and stuff like that. You can go check out my review of the patch notes, see what I think of them. Spoiler alert. I think the patches are great. So what I want to do today is a little bit unusual. We're actually going to be playing on like a very small map, like a tiny map. And there's only going to be 3 people on this map because we want to do something a little bit different. We're going to be trying to make Coruscant, basically, where we coat the entire map in districts. So the difficulty is a little bit less important to me here this game because the AI is theoretically just a speed bump in my pathway to making Coruscant. But just for the sake of fun, I'll put it on Humankind regardless. So this is the Humankind Croissant Challenge. We're playing on a tiny world with no ocean, 100% landmass. I'm going to turn down no lakes. We want 0 water ideally here. I will take some rivers because rivers are helpful. And I'll make it a relatively flat world just to make my life a little bit easier. But without further ado, let's just go. We are playing with the Spiffing Brit and Victor today. Although, actually, do I have Lewis? Yeah, I've got Lewis. Let's throw Lewis in, right? We'll play with the Spiff and Lewis like we're playing an armchair admirals. Oh yeah, someone made a good point about if I have no lakes, where will the rivers go? So let's just have a few. We'll have a few lakes. All right, we had a bit of a false start. I forgot to switch the game speed because I was doing a test game on Blitz, and now I feel like an absolute idiot. I'm so triggered that we lost that start. It was Ebony! Ebony is so good. Ew. Who wants tea? Seriously. Who wants to spawn near tea? At least we have incense. Incense is pretty good because that's just straight up +5 money per city. Tea is 2% food, which is like... Why is there water? Did it not save my game settings? Oh my... Go to your happy place, Potato. Go to your happy place. It didn't save the shape of my world. Okay. All right. Trying again, boys. Round 3, okay? We're on our 3rd attempt. We can do it, though. I believe in us, all right? We're going to get a flat world. Oh, my God. Look. Miraculously, after 3 restarts, we spawned near coffee. Definitely wasn't planned on that one. Although coffee is sick as hell because it's +1 food per farmer. So it's actually like really good scaling on that. Dude, this start location, if I could just drop a city, like an outpost right here, that'd be sick as hell. Look how much food and production is in this area. Hell yeah. But I think we'll walk along the river. We got to find, ooh, science is over there. I would rather find food early than science. But I will take science if I can't find anything else. I'd really like to place this outpost. Yeah, I'll walk this way. We'll go back onto the river. We'll kind of do a loop. It's not efficient, but I want that outpost placed. Now, I could do a 5 and 10 this turn or a 5 and 14 next turn. I feel like the 5 and 14 next turn is sick as hell. Although that is a 10 and an 11 down there. Oh, I really should consider where my face cam goes this game. Because this bottom left of the screen is where a lot of information actually goes. This definitely isn't in the way of the gameplay, right? What about up here? Where do I go? Where do I put this? Here? I guess you don't get to see the end turn button, all right? You just have to accept it, that you don't get to see the end turn button, all right? All right, we'll pop an outpost down here because it's a sick as hell outpost. Nice. We've got the Fungal Hoarder. So we can retain our knowledge and get +2 science. I like +2 science. We get Bountiful, which is +5 food, or cheaper tech. Getting +2 science gets us closer to choosing that tradition thing, and I like that. That's helpful. We've got 2 options for food. I think I'll take the food on the river because it's a little bit easier to get to. Please be... almost enough food. Then I can go here or here. I think I'll move back over here for the food. If I can duplicate, I'll be happy. Boom. The grey goo has begun. We have duplicated our guys. Ah, yes, another food. Awesome. It should be Potato's face with the game in the bottom right. True. God, this game is so buttery smooth sometimes. It actually just makes me so happy. Am I getting tearing? No. The only issue is you can't see what turn it is. God damn it. There's nowhere to put this camera. Hold on. How's that? All right, I'm tiny. Bits of my head are missing. You don't get a lot of expressions, but here we go. Doing it live. I'm a professional video game streamer, by the way. Ooh, nice. 3 science out of that 1 curiosity. I might be able to get the thing. Oh, yes. Give me this food. I will break one off. I can get to this curiosity and kill the deer. Boom. Amazing. We got the knowledge star. Perfect. We'll kill the deer and pillage the sanctuary. Dear boy. Aha. Wow, he almost did as much damage to me as I did to him. Jesus, he's holding up here. There we go. That's the kind of fight we needed. All right, perfect. We've got a mammoth here that we could kill, but we're kind of out of range of it. I could reach this next turn. I'd rather go for the curiosity. Curiosity's value here. So we could now choose our tribe's legacy, which is the unique event you get if you get 10 science in the Neolithic era. Wattle and Daub gives us +1 industry per population. Plant lore gives us food per population. And astronomy gives us science. I feel like if we're going to like rank all of these, I feel like plant lore is the weakest unless you go for a lot of cities. Considering this game, we're going to be going for trying to make one gigantic city that spans the entire world. I think plant lore is not good for us this game. Wattle and Daub, on the other hand, is quite good because it gives you a consistent amount of production, scaling throughout the entire game. Whereas eventually science kind of doesn't really matter beyond a certain point. So I feel like Wattle and Daub is the right choice for us to do a Coruscant run. And now we're able to advance to the next era. I'll probably do that next turn. About 9 turns in the Neolithic era feels right to me. You can stay like super long in the Neolithic era and get like 1 million scouts if you want, but you know. All right, let's go ahead and pillage that sanctuary to get another population. We'll grab another one of these, and then we'll pillage this sanctuary to get another population. If I could pick up another 3 population this turn, I'd be super happy, but I will make do with less than that. We have a event, +2 food on city or outpost. That's helpful. +2 food for the whole game. Gonna be great. The question is, do I want to move my city here? No, I think I'm happy to live in the coffee area because we're also near marble. All right, we'll end the turn and we'll get our benefits. There's a growth star, perfect, and now we can advance. So who do we want to advance off? If we're trying to make Coruscant, what we really, really want is anything that scales, right? Anything that scales throughout the entire game is a huge boost. Things like the Zhou are really powerful. +2 stability on district, scales across our entire empire. It's super, super powerful, and it gives us a really good bit of science in the early game to kind of power through. Babylon is also super powerful here because of the astronomy house, which gives you +1 food per researcher, which is a bit like reducing the food upkeep over your scientists significantly. And even at a certain point, if you get enough of these astronomy houses, actually giving you a food surplus. So this is another really great option for us for the ancient era. The Egyptians might arguably be our best choice for the Coruscant run because we're going to be trying to covering the entire city in districts, and they give us a 10% district industry cost reduction. That is an insane amount of production saved across the entire game. So it might even be the kind of game here where we go for the Egyptians and we rush for the pyramids. And I think considering we're trying to build Coruscant, we have to go for the Egyptians. So that's who I'm going to pick. I think I can snag myself another population here if I kill this mammoth right before we go into the next era, which is perfect. It gives me plenty of scouts to disband into my city, or even just fight deer and stuff. Boom, so we are the Egyptians and we can settle our first city. Boom, here's Memphis, but we're actually going to be renaming it to Coruscant. I think that's how you spell it. It's been a long time since I've looked up Star Wars lore. Now, Coruscant wasn't the only city world in Star Wars, but it is the most recognizable. It's the one that everyone knows about, right? It's a giant, massive skyscraper city on a planet. Actually, the lore of Coruscant is really, really cool. It has like different layers and like depending on your socioeconomic status, like depends on which layer you live on and stuff like that. At least that's from what I remember. It's been a long time since I've done like Star Wars lore. We'll start with a pottery workshop because we want all of the influence that we can get so we can pick up the pyramids of Giza. We are rushing this as hard as possible. You can't claim territory without a minimum of 61 influence. Oh wow, that's a different price. I don't remember it being that expensive to claim land. They must have really changed how expensive it is. Based on how much land you have. We do have coffee, which would give us +1 food per farmers, and we could get both of those online really early. So if we wanted to go for like an early game food build and do a lot of growing, maybe like calendar into masonry type of build, we could do that. And I kind of like the idea. So that would mean, but I would spend a lot of my early production building artisans' quarters. But if we really look at my city, it's basically completely covered in woods. So it feels like carpentry is the right choice for the lumber lumberyard. We've already discovered the borders of another player, and I think that might be Spiffing Brit's color. So I have something to worry about. 61 influence for our first outpost. That seems like a crazy amount to spend. Now, what I think I want to do is, in my capital city, I'd like to put an Egyptian pyramid in like a triangle on each of these 3 squares. So one here, one here, one here, one here. Ideally, this would be productive terrain to do that in, but that'll mean that all 3 of these will be makers quarters touching 2 other makers quarters, and so I'll just get like maximum benefit from it. This isn't like the perfect spot to do it, but it's not a bad spot to do it either. I think I'm going to delete one of my scouts here to put it into my city because that's going to be worth 2 influence per turn, especially if I work him as a farmer. Ah, we've met the Nubians. Nice to meet you. And this is Spiff himself. Let's see if he'd like to do a luxury trade this early. And he will. Awesome. So we'll be able to buy and sell luxuries to him straight away. And that'll be helpful for our early game survival. Mycenaeans are pretty scary too. Lewis is playing those. He will give me a non-aggression pact though, so I'll take that. How would you like to trade luxuries? Okay, so we have relatively good relationships with the AIs already. But man, is it expensive to expand. It'll make my life a little bit harder, but we'll be able to form Coruscant, no problem. If I didn't explain that appropriately, the reason that population gives you influence is because every population in your city gives you influence based on the stability of the city. If the city has 90 to 100% stability, you get 2 influence per population in that city, which is pretty useful to know if you want to know how the influence spreading mechanic works. You got to have a lot of influence generation to spread your culture around the map. Ooh, we found a curiosity and that finished carpentry for me. That's exactly what I would like to see. So I'll purchase finish this maker's quarter. Do I go straight for the lumber mill? That's worth like 6. It's worth like 8 production in the lumberyard. Maybe I don't go for that straight away. I'd rather get my pyramids up. So Altair is finished. We're going to attach that to my capital and begin building our triangle of Nubian pyramids. First thing though, we are going to get ourselves another maker's quarter on this river. Attaching this outpost has given us a huge boost to our industry, but not a very big boost to our food. Nice, we found Mount Roraima and a couple of curiosities, which finished calendar for us. I kind of wish I could claim Mount Roraima, but things are a little bit expensive over here, and I need to start saving for the pyramids. So ideally, if I'm going to be doing 3 Egyptian pyramids in this little corner, I'd want them to be completely surrounded in Maker's Quarters as well, because they get +3 industry per adjacent Maker's Quarter, so they scale off that really well. So that's something I'm going to want to keep in mind as I'm planning my city, is to kind of, take advantage of scaling like that. Let's finish this archer, so we have another military unit, ideally one that can protect me, and I want to see if I can buy these like artisan quarters eventually, but the Egyptian pyramid is more important to me, so I'm going to place it here because that's worth +10, and then I'll be able to use the adjacency of this Egyptian pyramid to place another one here, and then eventually another one here. I've modified the camera again. Pray I don't modify it further. Let's grab another outpost. So I'm going to go for 2 outposts and then no more. This is all the outposts I'm going for. I'll attach this to my city and then we'll rush the pyramids with huge production. Now, I might not get it if one of the other AIs rolls for it, but we'll see how that goes. How does Spiff feel about a non-aggression pact? He'll actually take that. Also, Spiff, have you been working out, man? Looking good in your weird leopard thing. I don't know what that is, but man, you're doing hard work. Ooh, the Nubians want to trade everything. I'll take that deal. Do they actually have anything to sell me? I could grab ambergris. That would be +5 science. How much is that? 39 gold? Easily. 39 gold for 5 science per turn and +1 gold per turn from trade routes is amazing. Oh, nice. We picked up a warrior, so let's go ahead and send that back to our homeland. All right, cool. So we built our very first pyramid, which now it might start to make a little bit more sense why I've placed it like this. So before, I could get like 15 production over here, but only 10 here. But if I place this here, it's actually boosting both of these districts. And then when I get the third one, they'll all get +9. So this district will actually end up +1 production over here, relative. And then they'll also be in a perfect position where I can place an industrial zone that touches both of every district, basically. And the nice thing too is that the Egyptian pyramid gives you a little bit of influence as well, so we'll get closer to the pyramids. I am going to prioritize getting my coffee now though, so that I can grow more population. So I'll probably go like coffee and granary real quick, because my influence is just a little bit too low. Oh my god, I completely forgot that I have civics! What am I doing? What am I doing? Why am I playing this game? What is wrong with me? I forgot the most important mechanic in the game. Jesus Christ. Let's go ahead and take the +5 influence on main plaza. I just feel like such a moron. Minus 50% on outpost create. No, never mind. They only became available this turn. I'm fine. No, I didn't mess up. The game tricked me, alright? I'm not an idiot. I'm a pro player. I'm the only Humankind professional player that exists, alright? Because I'm probably the only person who makes a living playing this game. Listen, I don't know. Don't ask me questions. I know this is a video and live stream and people can't ask me questions that I can read, but still, don't ask me questions. The hell is this? A deer is attacking me, or am I attacking? How dare you approach me? That's right, I'm the only potato. Boom, there's masonry. We got both of our coffee online, which I'm hoping the AI will actually buy off me and net me a little bit of gold. Oh my god, there's like a whole wildlands over here just filled with wildlife and sanctuaries and curiosities. That's amazing. We're definitely going to want irrigation this game because a lot of our outposts are settled on rivers, and we'll need the stability from Public Fountain to sustain our capital as well. Another potato live stream. Guess what, buddy? Every day from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Irish time, British Standard Time, British Summer Time, whichever one it is, we're going to be live streaming 4 hours a day, Monday to Friday. Not weekends though, because I need to have a life. And that's on top of the videos. You can watch the sausage be made if you come follow me at twitch.tv/PotatoMcWhiskey or here on YouTube. All right, let's attach. Boom. Third territory activated. Now my capital is losing stability, but that's fine. The most important thing is we'll be able to place another Egyptian pyramid here, and we'll get ourselves a pair of these tasty marble resources as well, although not quite yet. So now we're going to save for the pyramids. We've got our basic city up and running. We've got some basics. We're killing mammoths. The whole 9 yards. Ooh, time to found our religion. +5 faith on main plaza or +1 faith on administrative center. This feels like a very obvious choice for +5 faith on main plaza because you need to have 5 administrative centers you need to have 6 to beat this. So polytheism just seems absolutely better in every case, except for like the hyper late game when we combine all our territories into a single city. I think somebody is like cooking ham in my house and it smells like feet and it's fucking disgusting. I apologize for swearing, but it's absolutely rancid. It like smells like someone is boiling socks. It's absolutely horrendously gross. I don't need the production. I'm going to take the money instead because I am low on money and I still want to get like good era score. Boom. First builder star from finishing a pyramid. Lovely stuff. Got ourselves another warrior. Let's send that back to the capital. I had another warrior on the way somewhere, and I don't know what happened to them. Oh, he's over here. Yeah, let's send him back to the capital. Let's go, baby. Make your way over there. Join the capital. Be a stability stick. Oh my god, there's so many curiosities! No. Oh, you can't... Can you, like, shift Q moves? I don't think so. Alt Q? No. I just have to remember. Ooh, we definitely want to pick up ebony from Spiff, but I think I need a little bit more money in the bank before I can do that. Nice, we're making good progress. We got 3 bronze stars already. We are super behind the AI though, especially our good friend, Spiffing Brit, who's kind of running away with the game right now, but hopefully we don't fall too far behind. Let's grab ourselves ebony, because that's going to be worth 9 production in my capital, as well as +4 stability. Now they're only 59 gold each, so I'll grab both of them. Plus they give me an extra +1 gold per turn. So I end up with a really, really nice boost to my production in here. And it keeps my stability from falling too low. Nice, boom, we got our 3 pyramids together. So each of these pyramids is getting +3 production for each 2 pyramids adjacent to it. So that's +6. And if I come in here, now when I place these, they get boosted even more. And that'll scale throughout the whole game. So this is going to be like a giant production muscle that I use to expand my city and empire and stuff like that. Right now, my biggest problem is food. I'm not growing enough and getting enough influence. I've also got a little bit of stability issues. And probably the best way to deal with stability issues is to get these luxuries online, because that'll also sell those resources to the AI. Ooh, Spiff wants to share maps with me. Ooh, Spiff, share your map with me, senpai. Why did I say that? Oh my god, look at this jerk claiming territory right on my border. Wait, what is this? No. I'm being attacked. Retreat, 2 archers. It's too many archers. It's more than 0. It's too many. Now that we've got all our warriors and archers together, I'm going to get 1 more archer so we can go attack this neutral city of Akkad, and that would be a great way for us to expand our empire and get our 2nd city in this era. So next turn we can claim the pyramids. I'm really looking forward to that, because once we have the pyramids claimed, our build is like locked in and we're doing really, really well. I do need to start thinking about going up to the next era, however, so claiming stars should be a big part of that. Let's go ahead and claim the Pyramid of Giza, boom. Now the really powerful thing here is a minus 25% district industry cost. So combined with Egypt, we're going to be paying only 2/3 of the normal price for buying a district, or like building a district rather. Which I don't think I need to tell you is like a huge discount. Ooh, we got some Nubian archers. You guys need to run away or you'll get caught in the neutral lands. Unless we have a non-aggression. Yeah, we have a non-aggression. They won't attack me actually. So I think now is the time that we activate Landraiser, grab ourselves lumberyards and stoneworks to pump up the production of this city, and then immediately get the pyramid, because that's worth 20 stability as well. And it'll also exploit terrain around it, which is really, really cool. I need 45 influence to grab this territory, and I super want it because it has ebony and a bunch of other stuff. So Spiff went with the Huns. Let's see if we can... yeah, how about an alliance there? You're in an alliance with the Huns. Okay, he won't attack me anymore. All right, we have secured... Oh, he wants 100. He wants 219 gold. Damn you. We've secured our protection. He won't attack us. We'll be fine. Diplomacy. It's the most important thing that you can do in a game. It's just diplomacy. Now, this will annoy Orange slightly, but I think it's necessary. He did claim territory on my border too. So if he's got an issue with that, that's nothing got to do with me. I really need these units to not block me. Can we get a non-aggression pact, please? He refused. Dude, these units are going to like do this zone of control thing that really triggers me. What's our relationship like? Treaty proposal refused. I'm going to make that demand. I'll withdraw my demands. I don't really want to fight these units. 20 combat strength, 18 combat strength. In order to fight this fight, I would need to make sure that I enacted army composition, which I guess I can do that next turn if he's still being a thorn in my side. Let's take reason here. I want that +5 science per turn. That'll be helpful because it'll get converted into production. I'll do 2 more turns of being production locked in here, and then I'll switch back because I don't think I can really take much more of just being production locked. All right, looks like he ran away. So we can attack the city of Akkad, and I don't think they should be able to get their reinforcements in. Oh, they are. All right, well, that's fine. Let's begin the assault. We'll manually battle it. Deploy our melee units on the front line. That's fine. We'll end deployment. I'll actually get you to block reinforcements. Oh, you can't quite make it there, unfortunately. I guess we'll just start peppering. Oh, he really didn't take much damage there, and he's way strong. All right, I guess we just block any reinforcements from getting over here. 26, 22, that's a good trade for me, considering I have archers supporting. Here we go, here comes the chariot. But the chariot does have to come uphill, which is my one advantage. Let's retreat the swordsman out. I want to keep him alive. We'll shoot the chariot for maximum damage. We'll take a step back to protect our archers as well. That's kind of what I expected. We'll continue this battle next turn. We should be able to win this pretty handily. We're stronger overall. We've generally done more damage. We should be able to kill this unit to prevent it doing any more damage. We should be able to take the city location. And then we should be able to kill maybe the warrior or the horse. Let's deactivate the builder mode in here because I need my science and money to start coming back, or else I just never will get enough of these stars. Time to continue the battle. The battle for Coruscant. I think I shoot here, I take over the city location, and then I can attack down with a massive combat advantage. Take 23 damage, which is reasonable. Step into this fortress. Make sure I massively damage this chariot and just accept any damage I take. Perfect. All right, it worked out exactly how we hoped. Managed to completely clear this city out without any casualties, and we get an expansionist star. Perfect. I wish I could step my units up into the city the turn after battle. We definitely want to take multiculturalism for the +1 influence on main plaza and administrative centers. It's going to be a lot of influence throughout the whole game. So now we're up to 32 per turn, which is pretty damn respectable. So we're not far off the pyramids. In order to get my next expansionist star, I need one more territory, which I can very easily get in Akkad. And I'll probably be pretty aggressive with Mycenae now. Try to build a muscle over here of Egyptian districts, maybe. Pottery workshop for sure we go for first. I'm going to grab Parsimonious on Akkad. I really need that little bit of money trickle. I found a lot of curiosities, which is making up for my science gain, but getting that first merchant star is going to be a real challenge for me. Speaking of which, if I'm going to be going for that, I really should be trading for everything I can get. I'll grab a coffee off Spiff. It'll only be 73 gold, and that'll give me an extra food on all of my farmers. Saffron is also incredible, actually, if I think about it. I'll want like lots of farmers' quarters later on. In fact, I'll have like entire sections of the map dedicated to farmers' quarters just to feed my population. So we have plenty of production. So I think if I'm doing an expert policy here, production is like my least important thing right now because I have loads of production and I got loads of science from finding curiosities. So I really just want to look for gold. So that means my population management is going to be like food first because I have very little food. I need to like sustain my city. If I take these guys off, my city will starve, and I need population to hit the agrarian stars. So that's why I'm prioritizing it like that. Then it's probably like food, money, and then science or production. I wish I could like drag these on top of each other to evenly distribute between them. I do wish that the city management stuff had like a little bit more granularity to it. This is a situation a lot of people find themselves in actually when they're trapped inside someone's borders and you can't move, or you'll get like you have to declare war to move. You actually aren't stuck here. All you have to do is click outside their border, like somewhere else. So for example, I don't want to get trapped between their cities, so I'll just like make my way back out this way. As long as you click outside of their territory, it won't force you to declare war on them. This is a thing a lot of people ran into and told me about. And so hopefully explaining that will get you out of that issue. Oh, they're actually even attacking me. Well, I'm trying to leave, dude. You know, you got to give me time to leave. So they're demanding Akkad. I'm refusing that. I'm going to make a demand that they surrender to the Huns. I'm going to make a demand that they give me Mount Roraima and that they pay me for attacking me. So now I'll be getting war support increases. They do have a slightly stronger army than me, but that's fine. I should be able to survive, no problem. Let's actually, speaking of, let's make sure we pick up army composition for the extra combat strength. Nice. We got a world deed for building a wonder. We got the pyramids. Everything should be way cheaper now. That's perfect. Amazing. We have like massively increased our empire. I'm going to go ahead and grab myself flood irrigation for +2 food on my river tiles because I do have at least 6, 7, like a good few river tiles in my empire that are being exploited. So that food's going to be huge in Coruscant. We've got a district to attach to Akkad. Perfect. Boom. There's another expansionist star. We can advance in theory, and they did pick up the Huns. We actually got a gold expansionist star this era, and that's the first time I've ever gotten a gold expansionist star. The real question is, can I get any more stars in the 5 or 6 turns that I think I would be willing to stay in this era? And the answer is probably yes. I will almost certainly be able to get the builder star here, and that's what I'm going to focus on primarily, is building districts. So I'll even use my gold here, boom, to finish that district, and then I can build another Nubian pyramid and see if I can get a little bit of a production muscle going on over here. I would really like the growth star if I could get it. So unfortunately, I'm under attack here, and there's no way for me to escape, which really, really sucks. I'll just instantly resolve it, let my units die, it's whatever. If I was going to advance, and remember, we're trying to build a gigacity, where a single city encompasses the entire continent. Who would be best for that? Well, the Huns would be really good for expanding and grabbing territory, because they're quite good at that. The Romans are good at war. The Achaemenid Persians give you more city caps and stability per city, but that doesn't seem like it really helps me. The Mayans give you industry per worker, as well as a load of production, but we already have plenty of production coming from our Egyptian thing. The Mauryans give you lots of influence, which might help combining our cities together. The Goths are good at war, and then there's the Celts that give you +2 food per farmer on cities and outposts. The Nemetan gives you +3 food per number of attached territories and a little bit of faith. I feel like the Celts might actually be really good here, because having a massive gigacity is going to be really hard to keep feeding. The Carthaginians, on the other hand, have that -25% on constructibles buyout cost, and that seems really good. As well as the Kothon, we could almost certainly make use of the Kothon along the sort of northern coastlines of Coruscant. Now, theoretically, these shouldn't be here, but they are, so we're going to like deal with them. But a couple of harbors, like Kothons along here, would be a good amount of food and production. The Axumites are worth a lot of money. The Great Obelisk is quite good too. So if I'm building a gigacity, I feel like the Celts work really nicely for what we're doing here. So I think I'll go Celts, but I'm not going to switch into them just yet. I would like to get at least 1 more star, if not 2 if I could. So there's the Esthete star, perfect. How many more districts do I need? 1 more for the next star. Okay, we'll see if we can pull that off. There's the builder star. I need 5 more builder districts. Can I do that in 4 turns, do you think? It might be possible. Especially because things like copper counts as a district. That's like 1. Yeah, I think we can do it. I think we can go for the golden star here. Plus, this is worth like double points for me. So I'm definitely going for it. Andrew Komarov, when you reach the industrial area, go Mexico. They're insane for food generation in big cities. We'll see. We'll see. I definitely feel like I could go attack Hagmatana. That's almost certainly what I'm going to do. I could also 1 turn an obelisk, although I don't think that counts as a district. Does it? Maybe it does. Where do I want my food? I feel like there's a nice food triangle right here to help grow the city. Although I really don't love building farmers' quarters. I think if I'm going to build anything, it's going to be makers' quarters around my pyramids. Nice, we grabbed a merchant star as well. So this is like actually a real... I just wish I'd gotten more kills. That's the only thing I missed out on. But otherwise, this has been a great era. I do want this, for sure. Whew, the Huns, man. Mycenae made a mistake going to war with Spiff, I assume, because he's the Huns, and that shit's crazy. Lewis, what are you doing, man? I popped an outpost down here purely just so I could spend a little bit of my influence picking up a few extra districts so I could advance slightly earlier. Because now we have the gold star for builders. We got a ton of fame. We're relatively competitive, and we can go to the next era. Yeah, I don't think we're going to pick up any more before we advance. So now is the time to advance. Yeah, let's grab the Celts. We're going to go take the Celts. They have a relatively strong unit that doesn't require any strategics, and they have really good food. But on that note, that's going to be the end of this episode of Humankind. Make sure to tune in when the next one comes out. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!